What's up, Rad fam? We are back again with Doki Doki. Again, still in the build-up phase. Still, mapping out, trying to see who we like the most. So far, I am leaning towards Sayori. Things are supposed to be getting creepy soon, so let's just jump right back into it. All right, let's go. Okay, so we ended off on our poem. We tried to impress Sayori. So the person I want to read my poem to first should just be Sayori, Let's just jump right into it with her. Okay, she looks surprised that we picked her first. Oh my goodness. This is so good, T. I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm even doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. So this is why I love her. She's so innocent and honest, and she doesn't care how she's perceived by others. She just says how she feels, and I respect that. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Definitely Natsuki's what you're talking about. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, It's true. We have been friends for a very long time. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a tea poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. I was unaware that I had feelings. I come across as pretty darn cold. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. And that's how we should all go, We should all just go by our hearts, people. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works, but that's how it should work. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. So honest. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? I mean, yeah, I was trying to impress you, and it was kind of hard to impress you because I didn't know what words you wanted. That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Okay, this feels like foreshadowing. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Aww. And make a nice happy rainbow. This is the sweetest thing to ever exist. Oh my god, please protect Sayori at all costs. She is a precious little gift. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, T. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them to each other and every friend. each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Whoa. I think we just learned a lot about Sayori here. Oh my gosh, she's putting on a front. She's not this happy girl. Oh boy. That's a little concerning. Holy crap is right. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Me neither. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. I feel like we're just kind of skirting around the issue. Like if my friend wrote that and I read that and it wasn't like taking inspiration from like a different situation, but like was reflective of their feelings, I would be, you know, a bit concerned. I'd want to know like, how's their home life, you know? I would like to dive into that a little bit more on a personal level because that's a bit concerning. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. That might not be too long from now. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. All right, I'm gonna read. Let's do Natsuki next, and then we'll do Monika, and then we'll do Yuri. We'll save Yuri for last and see if maybe she redeems herself today. You know, maybe she just had an off day yesterday. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends for her for this long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. I agree. That was a little unnecessary, but true. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. And you know, sometimes the best pairings are opposites. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Each time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Something tells me spiders is a metaphor or a symbol for something else. You know, I think I know what it is, but I don't want to make assumptions. But something tells me it might have to do with one's sexuality. Maybe I'm just totally wrong here, but it kind of seems like maybe Natsuki's not being truthful about her sexuality, and the fact that Amy is, and that she's attracted to Amy makes her scared, and that's why right? No? Is this just me? Am I thinking way too into this? Possibly, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. I feel like I highly doubt you're just talking about spiders. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Oh, okay, so she's not writing from personal experiences. She's writing as if she were somebody else living through that experience, right? Like, anyone would agree that subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people were to find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. Oh, that's really sad. I hope no one feels like that. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. Okay, God. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to. Oh, so this is just like a poem class. I was unaware that we had to write a poem every day. Okay, now we're gonna do Monika, and then we'll do Yuri. Hi again, T. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright! I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Hell yeah, I fucking nailed that shit. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. Yeah, let's put Yuri down. Bullying's never okay, but yeah, let's put Yuri down. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I mean, guys, you can be a bit more complex. Ugh, I have a hair. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, teach their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save Me. Oh, okay, that's a title. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless. Was that cacophony? Cacophony? Calcony? I honestly cannot read that. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I feel like, what's up with her, right? Something's weird with her. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be an abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? You never know when you might change your mind. Okay. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Okay. Some shit's about to go down. I'm excited. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right. Let the shit happen. I'm so excited. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, T. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. She looks a little sad though. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri, I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I try to do something in your style, I would probably do just a terrible job. I see. Okay, she kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I get it, girl. You got a little crush going on. I feel ya. The way she's acting is a bit... It just feels unhealthy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh boy, what do you guys think this is gonna be about? The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I don't think she was talking about a raccoon there, but I think she was talking about some urges. Are they homicidal urges, or are they maybe some self-destructive urges? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Unusual as in murdering people? It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Why is that funny? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about it, and it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to, because I'm not catty or shady. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all together on the posters in case someone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's kind of a big thing not to, like, I feel like if you're in a group, you should kind of consult everybody, right? Like, it's a little rude not to. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes us standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I mean, yeah, she has a point. This is a club, and if you want more people to join, then you should be willing to go outside your comfort zone. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Yeah, it probably is. Me too. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move into the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you so much. I was just hoping to get a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's both fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands to stand up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. I should not be surprised that she would read a creepy poem. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Okay, who thinks Yuri is up to something? Who thinks Yuri is gonna be the one that, goes crazy first? Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around as if she's bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards as we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard, so we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops up for the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. I would expect, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what to expect because after that last poem, we learned a lot about her. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even T liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, Okay. Oh yeah, so did she not like the way she delivered it, or did she like the way she delivered it? I'm a little confused by that. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before T. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let T lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. It's true, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah. Maybe. Damn, I am such a Debbie Downer, man. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, okay, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well with spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, I mean, you have to do it again because you have to perform at the festival. So, I mean, you will be doing it again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. Kind of an odd thing to say, right? But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. I feel like that's backwards, right? I feel like you should be more with your friends. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me, and like a normal person. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what's it like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite then. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really well so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right, I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, I don't want to impress Monika, I want to impress Sayori, okay? Okay, game, you said I have a choice. You make it seem like I have a choice, now you're not giving me a choice. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? By saying, yeah, it's nice. God, don't be freaking weird. It's okay, T. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Well, there's a lot of rooms for saves. Damn. That's a little concerning, right? Like there's gonna be a lot of options to go back and forth between. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on our way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. Yeah, Sayori's my homegirl. I'm not gonna walk home with someone I don't even like. But I would just like invite her to walk home with us, right? Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? I mean, come on, at least say like Monika, right? Not Yuri. Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, T. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Time to write a poem. What do you think? Do you think things are gonna start going down? I feel like my chair made just a weird noise. You know, we're making things obvious that we prefer Sayori over everybody else. Yuri definitely seems jealous. Monika knows what's up, but I think Monika's also being like, yo, I like you too. And then Natsuki is just kind of being Natsuki, you know, she's off in her own world. So I'm excited to see what happens. I think there's some tension that's gonna rise out of Yuri and Sayori though. But if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up so I know you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So until next time, keep the redness, and I'll see you in the next episode, hopefully. Bye.